Well, it's a picture-perfect afternoon here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The roof is open, and it is time for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. On the visitor's sideline, Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys coming off a road victory in the opener, looking to make it 2 straight to start the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, weren't as fortunate in the opener, so they'll look for their first win here at home in Week 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And a very promising debut in Week 1. Let's face it, rookie quarterback, anytime you can go out in Week 1 that way and get a victory, you take that as a giant positive as a team and as a player. Now, he'll work on improving his own individual play while continuing to help his team win.
Still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back?
Third down, here's Tracy. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Tracy. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And in order to improve their ranking and play the kind of game that they want, they've got to continue to make...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Now a 2nd and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is Gunnar Olszewski. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. A play fake, and now it's Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Dart from the gun on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Taking it about the 36. 31 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within the division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Sanders will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him the first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Dart. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. It's a quarterback sneak. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now it's Tracy. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And they'll run again. And this time they'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now Dart. Touchdown Giants. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Gano the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Now Prescott. That one out wide and intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. That'll give them 8 that time. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Dart. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing. Prescott. Rolling to his right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
On the return is Olszewski.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the Giants ready to come out now.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Dart. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing. Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Tracy trying the right side. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Right back to Tracy. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw now, Dart. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Now Prescott faking it on the end around and looking to throw. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's good for our Cowboys.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Prescott to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing his dart. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, Giants.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards.
And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That's complete. It's Neighbors. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got Bellinger. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Dart once more. This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The
Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Nice footwork at the 25.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's our second week in studio, second week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our trip around the league starts now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on their AFC North rivals, the Cleveland Browns. And here is Jerome Ford. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers at home to take on Washington. And it's Romeo Doubs. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Packers are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's go to Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And it's Kenneth Walker. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Seahawks with the lead at the half in a battle of 1-0 teams. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, a fairly even first half, all things considered. 14-7 is the halftime score as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They work now on 2nd and 9. Prescott now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. This is caught by Robinson. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun, Dart. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big play here for Dallas. And even 60 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Javonte Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On play action, here's Dart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Dart. Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Tracy.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Dart.
And that is incomplete.
Well, plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Aubrey now for the point after.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run.
Oh, what a move.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
The Cowboys offense and the veteran Miles Sanders set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
Here's Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Now Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Cowboys. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Play action now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Dart. Caught along the left side by Hyatt.
This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw this time. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Abdul Carter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This one swung out to Williams.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
3rd down and 13.
Now Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Another run with Sanders. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Now Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
There's Robinson showing the flash.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now here is Jackson Dart and the Giants. Down by 15. A minute 52 to play. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 two-point conversion mixed in there as well. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. To throw is Dart.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Dart to throw on 4th down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Dart. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
To throw now, Dart.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Dart.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Gano the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire